Greetings and welcome to Squared Circle Society Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening, and I already kind of botched because we already have our guest out, and I meant to pull him, but
you fucked up, Todd.
I did, so we're going to introduce him, and you're going to be here for our announcement. Then,
there you go. He can hang out for the announcement. That works. Pug's Dread.
Namaste. Howdy.
And since Todd has horrifically fucked this up, our special guest of the evening, owner, promoter of Ruthless Pro Wrestling, Chris Kohlenberg. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing, guys?
Doing well.
Solid.
Sorry, Todd. Todd ruins everything.
I did. I'm not a good producer tonight. I screwed that up already. All right, we'll just get right into it then. Before we talk to Chris, we're going to make our first announcement of the evening for our 8th and final competitor into the
last tournament on the
left. Dan, I'm just going to bring it up and let you have the honors tonight.
That's okay. I'll be fuck up free, Todd. All right, entrant number 8. We've been really excited to announce this. Dread is entering the last tournament on the left. He's dropped the judge, but he's still going to bring the punishment. I am very excited for this one because, I remember talking to you, Pugs, years ago now, where we saw Dread for the first time, and we're all like, man, he's going to be something special. He
called that shit.
You did call that big time. Dread is awesome. I think he's going to add a lot to this tournament. I mean, the possibilities, Dread Kruger, perhaps Dread Body, you never know. I'm very, very excited to see
Let's not forget his counsel.
Stephen Jury. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Still, yes. This was a hell of a get. I'm really excited to see what Dread does in this tournament. Some potential dream matches there, and very, very, very excited to have.
It's been noted on the show. I am a Dread guy. My last name is Puck, but is Dread also spelled differently. That guy is my guy. I'm so glad he's in. This is fucking cool. LFG, let's fucking go.
Let's do it.
And that's not the last of our announcements tonight, because we do have semifinals match stipulation. Dan, you want to tell this one?
Yes. All right, guys. So we're going to have the House of 1,000 Thumbtacks death match. Thumbtacks and chicken buckets of death. Yes. So we're bringing the pain in this one. There are certain things that I am very curious to see how it gets pulled off. This is going to be really interesting. And when we talked about this stipulation, I don't want to give away too much, but let's just say if you're a fan of the movie, I think you're going to be very, very happy with what's going to happen. Very excited. House of 1,000 Thumbtacks death match.
And I will just say this: there's going to be more than 1,000. That's more for the name.
Yeah, we were like, well, how much is 1,000 Thumbtacks? Really?
Not a lot.
Yeah,
exactly.
No. I was going to call it 10,000, but I was like, the name makes sense. But we already have more than 1,000.
If we put it in individually, it's going to be more excruciating. So
as long as it sounds like a lot. Yes,
but it is a lot more than that we actually have. So, but
we'll be having chicken fuckers here. You know what? We'll save it for the show.
All right. Well, there's that now. Now that we've done that, it's time to. Yes, now this is when we would have brought you on originally.
There you go. But it works.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
There you go. Chris, it's great to have you on. We, of course, reviewed King of the Kill, your recent show that was amazing. Big win for Eric Dillinger. We've been fans of his for a while. And you put on a hell of a show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and RPW for anybody out there that may not be familiar.
We started out as a pandemic project out of near right in the Detroit area. Started out with me and a couple buddies. We had a bunch of workers out here and no one was able to work. We had access to a farm where you could like space everybody out, but the boys could get some reps in. So we just like started doing shows that way, and then somehow gained a bunch of momentum really fast. Like I think by our fourth show, we were on IWTV, and then we started for the first year and a half, we just kind of stayed in our area, but then we started expanding out to Indiana, then Chicago. And then more recently, we've been doing a lot more traveling. Like this year, we've been to Milwaukee and Tampa and Vegas, Chicago as well, Michigan or Detroit area. And then our next show is out there with you guys in LA. Then after that, Chicago again, and then Tampa again. So we've been moving all over. We specialize in deathmatch wrestling, but that's not all we normally do. We're kind of like to be like a bit of a mixed bag, but it's mostly what we do. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been you've been traveling a lot. Chicago, Indiana, I mean, some great locations for wrestling. Do you where did it start out at?
So I live in Toledo, Ohio. But Ohio has a very strict athletic commission. And you can't do anything that will cut the skin on purpose in Ohio. So it means anything even like thumbtacks can get you in trouble with the athletic commission. So we started out in Michigan because where Toledo is, it's literally like 10 minutes from the Michigan border. So when we first started running, there was this place called Burgers and Beers, and it was literally a half mile over the border. And that's where we started out. It was like the closest I could legally run to home. And then we kind of just started blooming from there.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've tried to run over the years, and it's like that. Yeah, there's a lot of states where it's kind of a problem. A lot of weird rules, just like old school UFC. It's like you can only really do it in a few places. But so yeah, that has to be a challenge. But man, killer show, big win for Eric Dillinger. I love seeing that because we were much like Dredd. We were talking like Dillinger's gonna blow up because he's just so fucking good. And you got a great roster. Actually, we were watching the show, and some guys like Jack Harrop, who I'm not as familiar with. I thought, man, he had a really great connection to the crowd there, and yeah, just great roster. Anybody out there that hasn't checked out RPW, I hope you guys do. And you also have an interesting history because you were also in some bands, I believe. As long as I have the right Chris Kohlenberger, that could be embarrassing, but
that's me.
There you go.
I started out. I was a death metal singer and a concert promoter before I did this. I sang death metal for a few different bands over the years, and also we would do shows at local bars. And that's actually how I figured out, or how I transitioned from that into wrestling, but it wasn't too different, it's make sure you got a sound guy, make sure, you got the equipment you need, the staffing you need, the bill, like it wasn't too huge of an adjustment for me. But yeah, I do come from the world of music and music promotion.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's still a live event. You still need the sound. There's a lot of things that are, the talent's different, but probably still just as crazy. So
also the way you have your Ruthless Pro Wrestling logo, I was like, oh, this guy's a death metal guy. He's got to be. So yeah, it shows.
I kind of tried to lump all of my interests into this one thing, and my interests are death metal, horror movies, and violent wrestling. We're lucky enough to be sponsored by Severin Films, so I got the horror movies involved. A lot of times we have bands play. That's also why I did our logo the way I did, splatter logo. Like I wanted it to be like, not to sound like that guy, but I think like a lot of wrestling merch is pretty hit or miss. And I wanted kind of our shirts to look more like band shirts, but be that band where you have to ask like, oh, who's that? And then you basically turn the people that are wearing your merch into almost an advocate for you, that have to explain like, oh no, actually it's this really fucking gnarly wrestling company. And they're basically like pitching it for you to new potential fans,
Smart, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, the crossover. It's always wrestling with horror movies and death metal. Like I just like I swear probably half the fans I know, it's like they're connected to the three things. I mean, well, Schlack, I mean,
Dude,
who was
Schlack.
also on your show.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how you sort of broke into wrestling, because did it just all kind of come off of the death metal stuff?
I mean, honestly, the promotion pretty much fell in my lap. I wasn't supposed to be who was running this promotion. That was supposed to be my buddy Mitch. He started this thing, and then I was supposed to be his right-hand man, just helping him out. And Mitch has a very large family. He's got like 7 kids and a wife, and his wife got sick, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And they're doing all these tests, and obviously family came first. And this was before, I think we only had one show at this point. And he went into the group chat and he's like, "Hey guys, just so you know, I'm not gonna have time for this. I got to take care of my family. Somebody's gonna either have to step up and take over this thing, or we're just gonna have to be done because I got to go take care of my family." And then I was like, "Oh fuck, I'll do it." So like it honestly really fell into my lap, and then I've been running it ever since. And Mitch, he came out to King of the Kill, and he watched the show, and we've been in touch. He's proud of what we're doing, so everything's great.
And his wife's okay?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
it just
good.
ended up being something that they, I don't want to put her business out there, but it was nothing like life threatening or anything. It was just something that they were just missing on their tests, and it took them a while to figure out what was going on, but they figured it out, and she's 100% fine.
Awesome.
Everything's good, but it took like a good, I think like 6-7 months for him to figure out what was going on with her. During that period of time, she was very ill, and they were trying to figure out what was going on. And Mitch's got a lot of kids. He started his own Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Now correct me if I'm wrong. Did you have something to do with Deathmatch Elite also at the beginning, or was that some?
In the beginning, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was one of the people that helped start it,
Okay.
and I named it.
Okay.
But I don't really have a lot to do with it anymore.
Right.
I'm
Well,
too
now
busy doing my other shit. This happened before the promotion or anything. That's Andy Lawler's baby now. But in the beginning, yeah, I did help start it.
So what got you into like deathmatch wrestling before you decided to what was your early
Wrestling in
deathmatch?
general.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah,
So
I'm sure you didn't start deathmatch.
My first experience with it was I was a big Mick Foley fan. And somebody had given me the King of the Deathmatch tournament with him and Terry Funk and all those guys. I believe it was 1995. And I got to watching that, and I thought this was something that only was happening in Japan. So then I got to tape trading on eBay. Like whatever Wing or FMW shows I could get. There were a lot of bootlegs. I had bootleg a show, send them to this guy, they'd send me. So I was doing a lot of tape trading and collecting. Yeah. And then I ended up finding out like there was people doing it in the United States, and it's something I never thought I'd ever see live. Yeah. I believe my first live experience with it was H2O had done actually a road show where they came to Dayton to Rockstar Pro. I think that might have been my first experience live with it. Either that or it was NGI 3.
Okay.
Nice.
Life altering, obviously.
Yeah. I was heavy into tape trading back then too. And when I finally did get to see it live and, going to all the crazy XPW shows, it was like, holy shit. These people must be dead. There's no way. I remember being there for Grimes falling off the scaffold and just thinking,
oh, you were there for that.
Yeah.
Were we all there?
I was not. That's the one I didn't go to.
No, not probably. Yes. I just remembered seeing that and thinking, he's dead. That's not how that was supposed to go. And yeah, so did you I know it's a similar story for all of us. Were you into backyard wrestling at all?
So I wouldn't really say that. I never really saw any backyard wrestling. I did go to some local feds. We had one that ran around here. It wasn't very good. They're not around anymore, but it was like a little gymnasium show, and it was mostly local guys. And then I started going to DBA's promotion, MM3's dad, DBA, has XICW up in Detroit. And they do a little, at the time we're doing more like hardcore stuff. Nowadays they've dipped back into the deathmatch stuff.
Mhm.
But at the time they were doing mostly like hardcore, and you'd see guys like Rhino and stuff there. So that's the kind of stuff I was seeing. I didn't, for a while there was no real deathmatch around here. Then like places like Horror Slam started doing it. And then you had, the stuff in Indiana, but I never really got to any of that. But it was one of those things where before it had the groundswell it has now, where you could see it fucking anywhere and everywhere, it was a hard thing to come across and see.
It's kind of a growing community, I think. It's been, I feel like it has been expanding a little bit, which has been great to see, because I've got so many friends, in the Midwest, certain areas where they just don't have it. And I think it's great that you're actually touring, because not a lot of people are doing that right now, and, hitting all these different locations, because I think it'll be great just for the deathmatch scene in general for it to grow. You guys have been putting on fantastic shows. I've been catching up ever since the King of the Kill. And you've got Bleed for the Cause coming up. I know you've got Sage, who's also going to be in last tournament on the left. She always kills it. You got Lou Nixon.
Hold on. Now I have to interject. Lou Nixon is not going to be there.
Okay.
Am I showing an old graphic?
That is an old one, but I mean it's fine. Everyone else is on there, but I should interject and full transparency to the fans. You know how Bleeding Gums went under?
Yes.
Recently, that's one of his home promotions, and he was relying on a couple paydays for him to have like walking around money to be in LA with, and all this stuff. With that going under, it just became financially unfeasible for him to come. But we still have Iceman and Jack Harrop coming from the UK, so we still have our Brits coming. But unfortunately, everyone else have advertised is going to be there, but Lou Nixon, unfortunately, is not going to be.
Well, I was going to say that we'll show that one. There we go. Well,
you got
do we want to get to the matches now, or we want to do that a little later? What do you think?
Whatever you want to do.
Well, first, let's praise the name: Tables, Ladders, and Charity. Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And you're also, of course, a big horror fan. I think Todd talked to you about Jimmy and Stiggs recently, and I got to ask you, what did you think? Because that was awesome. Well,
I'm a big Joe Bagos fan. I actually used to have my own horror podcast called the Real Vile Podcast, like a horror movie reel.
Yeah, with Madman Pondo, right?
It started out with Pondo. A little while into it, his schedule got kind of busy, so we just ended up having to replace him with our buddy Germ out of Chicago. But Pondo was on there for a while. But I'm the guy that's known as I scrape the bottom of the barrel when it comes to horror. Like any like dog shit movie like that you think no one's watched, I've seen twice. But I love Joe Bagos. I don't think he's put out a bad film. I own most of them. So when I saw Jimmy and Stiggs, like this is right up my alley. I love splatter flicks. I love the neon. I love aliens, especially like these cheap ass looking aliens. I love Bagos. But Bagos has a way of like scratching your nostalgia itch, like stuff like Mind's Eye and Almost Human. Like Mind's Eye reminded me of Scanners. Almost Human reminded me of The Thing. Bliss. The Good Vampire Tale. And this one I think was his most unrelenting one yet. It literally felt like someone took a syringe full of whiskey and just stuck it right in my vein. Like it was just a neon explosion in my face for all the entire duration.
Did you hang around for the behind the scenes after the credits where it's he just left his apartment, like he just filmed. It's like the blood's still there. I thought that was so cool.
I loved at my screening there was a couple behind us, and you just hear the guy like yell out with the credits roll. He's like, somebody's not getting his fucking security deposit back.
Oh man, yeah, no, I mean, just looking at, it's basically like my place. He's got the Alex Dorenzi neon lamp really made me pop. I thought that was really cool. And it's been great seeing some of these low budget films like getting decent theatrical releases now. And not that it always works out. I think we just reviewed that other Alien film, Run, which is pretty.
I enjoyed it. It was black people versus aliens.
I'm not sure I saw that one. The last.
Oh, it's crap. It's like a Tubi movie on the big screen, but I
Oh,
was able to have
gotcha.
fun with it.
So we don't get everything out where I live. Like, in order to go see Jimmy and Stiggs, we actually had to drive an hour away because it was the closest place it was showing. I think the last limited release I went to was last week. I went and saw Primitive War, which was like soldiers versus dinosaurs.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now meets Jurassic Park.
I did have some breaking news in relation to Jimmy and Stiggs, and that was that they announced today that they will be making "Don't Go in That House, Bitch" for real. Dog. So
I knew that was going to happen. It's like when they did Grindhouse and they had to make Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Finally, it only took them how long?
20 years. What?
We got Machete quick, but not Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Still got to get Werewolf Women of the SS. I feel like that's going to be a tough sell for the studio, but
there was something similar that came out in the 70s.
Oh yeah, there's some great.
I think it was Ilsa and the Werewolf Woman or some shit.
Yeah, Ilsa.
I got in trouble on Instagram for posting that because of the swastika. Boo.
Yeah,
I warned you. That's why mine was missing it.
Whatever.
The Ilsa movies are coming to 4K. I'm excited. Those are hitting 4K from Kino. So
finally,
love Kino.
Yeah. They're like the most reasonably priced company at this point.
They're not charging you $40 extra for the super deluxe cardboard, so that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, but we added an extra disc where you can listen to the soundtrack. It's now $45 deluxe edition.
Yeah,
I was complaining. I bought Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD 4K for $44 for the deluxe one, and then I bought Vice Academy 1-6 from the same company with 6 discs for the exact same price. So one I got 1 movie, the other I got 6 movies. It's out of control.
I just signed up for Troma now, so I just watch all that shit on there.
Yes, there you go.
Well, I hadn't seen a Shakespeare shitstorm yet, and Schlack and I were talking about it after King of the Kill, and it's like, he's like, dude, you're the Troma guy. How had you seen that? And I was like, fuck, I got it. So after seeing the new Toxic Avenger, I had a hankering to do a little Troma watch, and so I went and checked out Shakespeare Shitstorm, and then I watched Nukem High Part 2 and Kabuki Man.
Yeah.
Do you have an all-time favorite Troma movie?
I would have to say it would probably be, and this is more along the lines of like when it came out and who I was when it came out, would probably be Romeo and Juliet. Especially because like right around the time it came out is right when that Romeo and Juliet with Leguizamo and DiCaprio had come out, and all the high school kids and girls were like way into that. So then I would just gross them out with Romeo and Juliet.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
The first Nukem High holds a really good place by heart. Terra Firmer.
Terraformers.
That's my
tender.
Definitely holds and I know it's not an Uncle Lloyd movie, but Redneck Zombies is pretty up there for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Unspeakable.
Toxie right there.
Unspeakable's your favorite non-in-house one, right, Todd?
That is, yeah. If you've never seen Unspeakable,
I have.
Okay, yeah, that's my favorite.
I own a copy. So in my basement, I have like thousands and thousands of DVDs because I used to work at a new and used record store, and we sold movies and stuff too. It was called Allied Record Exchange, and anytime we specialized in having a section that I was one of the people in charge of catering for like B movies and shit movies, and like anytime anything came in that I didn't have, we would just buy it in for nothing, and then I would just put that money back in the till and take it. So I have like just a basement full of trash movies.
Yeah,
and not trash movies, but behind you I see your Phantasm 2.
That's actually a thing my buddy did. It's the tall man, but he's got a Pabst
beer.
Okay, beer.
And then the ball is like a fucking Pabst ball. Shout out to my buddy Adam Ball for that one.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Don Cascalari used to go to XPW shows back in the first run.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ed Powers too, if you're into that kind of movies too.
Yeah.
Ed Powers?
He was always
Like the porn. Oh my God. So
I used to see him at WWF shows, which was really weird.
Just a dumb story. When I was a teenager, I had my buddy Brant, who was just like this weird porno obsessed guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And like he would collect these
There you go.
VHS tapes, and Ed Powers was his guy. And I could never figure it out because he was like this. He looked like the guy who would play cards with your mechanic. He just had like a creepy ponytail and glasses, and kind of this frumpy, out of shape dude, just like pounding away at these poor, unenthused women.
I think it was the sadness that was the attraction, maybe. The sadness in the women's eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, you're a big Ed Powers guy, weren't you? I just guess you
Oh
were.
yeah, absolutely. No, I basically live in a video store myself, and that's my my goal for, well, probably 2026 at this point, because I want to put in the saloon doors for the adult section. So I was like, I want this to just be my childhood.
I thought you would have been the beads guy.
I'm
but
a
okay.
bead guy too. I used
Yeah.
to have beads
I
when I
went
entered my
to-
room.
Yeah, I went to both. Some video stores, they were more rare, but they would have it in the basement. Like they'd have like a little.
Not here.
I'm not
Right.
doing that.
Yeah, usually saloon doors or beads was usually.
No, I didn't have
Where-
us talking about porn on the card, but here we are.
Where I went, it was like the they had like a logoed flag. It was a place called Video Connection. So it just have like a drape that had the Video Connection logo, and you'd have to push it aside and slide on back there to see what kind of wankery you needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Wankery. I'm stealing that.
It was Sunburst video for me, and I celebrated once I got tall enough and I could reach. I could actually like grab whatever, and this is a story we told on the show before, but I reach and I can finally grab it, and I pull out a copy of the Gingerlin Classic, Todd, from 1985, The Poonies, and
The Poonies?
The Poonies, yes. And I covered it up. I made it look like why is this kid looking at Captain Ron for this long?
You must really like Swayze.
He just fucking loves Kurt Russell. But
yeah. I do miss when they had the spoof porns. Like my buddy had Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah.
He had Spankenstein.
Yeah. Yes.
Never
They
heard of
still do.
Frankenstein. That's hilarious.
It was just Frankenstein, but he had giant hands, and he would just spank the shit out of girls. But there were these prosthetic hands, and you could see him like almost ripping off his hands because like they're trying to detach as he's slapping these girls' asses and shit.
Todd, Edward Penis Hands Deathmatch. Now we've just booked it.
There you go.
There you go. We got our new stipulation.
I'm sure Dredd and Jury would love that.
They've been
I
practicing
was
for
one of the
years.
first people that started bringing those guys out on the road, man. I love those guys, Dredd and Jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first show, it might have been the first King of the Kill was the first one I watched, and I think it was on the strength of Jury being there, and I had ITV at the time. So, and since then I've been watching. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that might be a tough sell. Hey, Dredd, what do you think? Edward Penis Hands. I don't know.
I find if you can make him laugh, you can usually talk him into it.
Yeah. There we go.
Present it to Jury first.
Yes.
Actually, Jury owes me. I said, yeah, but I remember.
Yes, call in that favor, Todd. We'll make it happen. So what's some of your favorite movies so far of 2020?
Sorry, my screen turned on.
Hey.
You say my favorite movies of 2025?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to see if any of them line up.
I think that this has been a strong year for horror. I think that, I mean, there's going to be the ones that everyone says, like, I was blown away by Sinners. I think Sinners is a fantastic fucking movie. Like, even without the horror elements, it was just a fantastic movie. And then when it breaks into the full-on horror, when they go like updated from dusk till dawn, chef's kiss. Love me some Weapons. Yeah. I thought Weapons was fantastic. I've always been a fan of Krieger's. I thought Barbarian was fantastic. I've always loved The Ways Kids You Know. I think it's hilarious that some of these sketch comedy guys have turned into be the most prolific horror guys out there, like that and Jordan Peele.
The Filippo brothers for Bring Her Back, which was like, who would have thought these, Aussie jackass guys would make this intense.
That they're like deep into deathmatch, right?
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah. Again,
like I've seen the one dude wrestle as Ronald McDonald in Detroit, and he was supposed to be on one of our Chicago shows back when we were working with ICW, and they ended up pulling out. But their next film's gonna be a documentary on deathmatch. They followed GCW around for a while, but also Bring Her Back I thought was fucking excellent. I know people have their opinions, but as an old school trauma head, I really liked the new Toxic Avenger. I think I got 5 minutes in and knew I was in good hands. But I've also been a big Macon Blair fan. I got the popcorn bucket too.
Yeah. Are we showing off? There we go.
Yeah, mine's right over there. I don't want to be off screen to get it, but just take my word for it. I got it. But I've liked Macon Blair for a long time. Like Blue Rune was great. Murder Party was good. Green Room and all that stuff. So. I think that we have a really strong year of horror going on. We had one of those a couple years back, when we got The Substance and Late Night with the Devil and all that. And I think we're smack dab in the middle of it again now.
Have you seen Rule of Jenny Penn yet?
I was just going to bring that up.
Yes, I have. I watched it on Shudder.
I love that movie so much.
I think that's made for more like people like, I don't know you guys very well yet, but with the movies we've been throwing around, I think we definitely align probably like a lot in taste.
Yeah.
I think it's made for people like us to have a bit of a skewed sense of humor, maybe.
Oh
yeah.
Because it is a very degenerate movie. You know what another one was that I know a lot of people didn't see, and the only reason I saw it is I was going to movies every week. I try to go to the cinema once a week at least. And if there's something that's not really piquing my interest, I'll go and see something that maybe not piquing my interest. I went and saw The Home with Pete Davidson. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
I did, and that was better than I was expecting it to be, I thought.
I was pretty shocked by how hard it went. I was not expecting, I don't want to ruin the ending, but it goes real hard in the paint at the end, but there's a lot of eyeballs and needle stuff. The ending, there's stuff that reminded me of The Shunting from Society, if you guys are familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was one, they only showed it for a week. And there was the viewing I went and saw was in the middle of the afternoon, and there was one woman in there with me, and she was like 4 or 5 seats back. And when the credits rolled, I remember just kind of turning around and looking at her. We both caught eyes like, what the fuck was that?
Do you want a high five now?
I actually pretty enjoyed that because I was just like, this is going to be dumb, but there's nothing else playing. And I was just like, fuck, man. All right. Another one I went and saw that was a limited run. I'm not sure if it's out anywhere else, but they played it for a week in the theater I was at. It was called Ick.
Oh, it just hit VOD. I might watch that one tonight, actually.
It's kind of like nowadays The Faculty. It's definitely got a bunch of the nowadays kid vernacular, and it's going to feed to that crowd. But it did remind me of what The Faculty was for us when we were kids.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. It's there's so many limited release things. The Ugly Stepsister is another one. A really fun take on Cinderella. I love that. There's also been some horror adjacent stuff I've liked this year. The Assessment. If you like kind of hard.
Is that the one where they're trying to have the kid and they send I haven't seen that one yet, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, you can kind of, I suppose, call it horror adjacent.
It looks like kind of more of a dramatic chamber piece, an all one set kind of low cast kind of thing.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Just cross genre. I thought that movie was amazing. Parvulos, which is a
dude, the decision to use the puppet.
Yeah.
That Uncanny Valley fucked me up, man. That shit was so cool.
I think that made it creepier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when I told you guys I see everything, like I wasn't fucking lying, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's awesome.
Your tastes line up very much with ours. I know Kruger's unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. He's kind of bummed because I know you guys would hit it off well. Because
I guarantee you, this is not the
I
last time
hit him up about
Chris.
being on the show, but unfortunately,
was
he's
booked.
out in Denver, I believe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know he would have loved to.
He's
but
got
I know
a busy fall. He's got Abdullah Kobayashi. He's got our show. Like, man, Kruger's busy. He's a busy dude this couple of months. But yeah, no, it's been a good year, and there's so many movies that The Ruse, which I thought was just a really good classic Hitchcockian suspense movie. That was, I mean, in theaters for like 2 seconds, but
I missed that one.
Yeah, that one was super limited. Stephen Mano did the Malevolence movies. That's
okay.
Alma and the Wolf. Black Hole's a really weird Estonian sci-fi film that I also liked quite a bit.
Did you see Ash?
Yes.
I liked Ash.
Yeah.
I liked Ash too. I know that kind of splits some people, but it shows what you can do on a budget. It's
yeah.
I mean, well, you saw Primitive War, and it's like that movie was, I think, $7 million, and I'm like, it kicked the shit out of the last Jurassic Park movie.
By the time that it was in the end in the bunker, my fucking jaw was on the floor. I was laughing out loud to no extent, but loving like. So there's like a half full theater, and there's like a single dad by himself. I also went and saw it by myself because like I told you, I'm off work for a while taking care of myself. So I just go up to the theater and see stuff. Me and this guy, like we weren't sitting anywhere near each other, are just dying laughing through this whole fucking movie. But we're loving every minute of it. Like by the time we got to the end of that thing, my jaw was on the floor that they ever put that in theaters. And it was like 2.5 fucking hours long.
Yeah. I think they might have been including the behind the scenes on that because I thought it was a bad marketing thing for them because I was like, I feel like that movie wasn't 2.5 hours. I think they were counting the behind the scenes. It kind of rolled by for me, but yeah, no, I love that. It's really been a fantastic year. You got to dig now, though. That's what I tell everybody. It's like they only see the big franchise films, and I'm like, you really got to dig for the weird shit, which is one of the things that I love about doing this podcast because we cover all the weird shit. But
well, anytime you guys want me to come on and fucking chat horror, I'm on it.
Anytime. You're
We're
welcome.
gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
You know your shit. You're one of us.
and I'll give you another trauma one since you got trauma now. If you haven't watched yet, Curse of the Were-Deer.
Oh yeah.
Definitely check. That's a newer one. It's
okay.
Yeah.
It's one we reviewed recently. It's not directed by Lloyd, but it takes place in Tromaville. And it does have the feel. Don't
watch it around family. It's very sexual.
Teaching Miss Tingle is another. No, not Teaching Miss Tingle. What's the other one? Eating Miss Campbell. See, I'm getting.
I was like, Teaching Miss Tingle. Isn't that like the Katie Holmes PG-13 horror movie?
You went back to the 90s.
Eating? What is it now?
Eating Miss Campbell.
Eating Miss Campbell.
Fucking awesome.
That's another one. It's a British Tromaville one.
Yeah.
So it's actually another.
We can't move on without at least me mentioning Citizen Toxie. That's my all-time favorite. I've been cool this whole time, but yeah, that has to be mentioned. Love that movie.
I'm a Poultrygeist guy.
Poultrygeist. So love me some Poultrygeist, but also I do know for a fact that Mr. Lloyd had already finished making his last Toxic Avenger movie, and the reason I know that for a fact is because Schlack is in it.
Yes, I can't wait. We got a lot of trauma connections. Pugs, you got to be Toxie just recently.
Last week when the movie came out, we went to the Gardena Theater Cinema, and I was asked if I wanted to play Toxie for Lloyd Kaufman, and I was like, duh. Yeah. So, that was fucking awesome. And he directed me on how to hold the broom. Like it was
Mop. Oh my god. Yeah. Broom, what are you doing?
I am excited, obviously.
You're fired already.
Damn it. But yeah, he directed me on how to hold the mop in frame. And I was like, holy shit. He's telling me what to do. This is great. Yeah. Good time. Nice man.
Yeah, he's one of the funniest people that's ever lived. I love one scene that still cracks me up in Terra Firma is where he's just like pissing on everybody in the bathroom. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Have you guys seen Shakespeare Shitstorm?
Yeah, that was Todd's favorite movie that year.
I did not
So
expect
good.
it to go that and it almost went like by the end of it, Lloyd was like pretty much Demi Moore from The Substance by the end. This extra shit hanging off of everything and folds and
I'm not gonna give the sideways part. That part, I was dying because I've made that joke for a long time. Then when we got it, I couldn't stop laughing. So good, yeah, and I love it. It's like they still push the envelope, and that movie's like you just saw it. That movie's 5 years old already. I mean, and it's probably more offensive watching it now than it was in 2000, to be honest.
yeah.
So no, I love it, and yeah, that's
God, we reviewed that, I think, like before COVID.
No, it was during COVID because we got it
from
we got it on the film festival because of COVID. We were able to watch the online film festival for I can't remember where it played, but yeah, so 5 years ago.
Damn. Time flies.
Do you have like an all-time favorite horror movie? I know that's a tough question when you watch a lot of movies.
I mean, I break them down more into categories. Like, I'll tell you this. There's one I use to test out people, like, especially if I'm dating a new person, I show them this to see if they're going to be able to handle my sensibility and what kind of weirdness I'm going to bring to the relationship, and that's Frankenhooker.
Nice.
That's a litmus test for people with me. It's not really a horror movie, but Man Bites Dog.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Is up there for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, recently The Substance really landed with me. I put that up there as an all-timer for me, especially because I went into it blind, and then by the end of it, my jaw was on the floor, and it had elements of trauma to it, but it also like had like a really strong message to it, and it was like filmed really well. I liked that. I mean, Barbarian's always a go-to for me as well. There's something about it that it's almost like comfort food to me, especially being from like so close to Detroit. They filmed only a little bit in Detroit, but they recreated the neighborhoods, I believe, in Sweden. But like it looks like fucking Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all over the place. Like I like a lot of splatter flicks, melt movies like Slime City.
Oh, great.
Street Trash. Like I even ran a show called Street Trash.
The perfect double feature, the Slime City movies and Street Trash. They go together perfectly. We actually, I think this was a long time ago. I actually got to interview Gregory Lamberson. He's a nice guy. He writes cool books too. Now is kind of an author. Well worth tracking down and stuff.
We did interview the director of this Street Trash reboot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did do.
I liked it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, it was great.
You know, I've heard a lot of like people like arguing or whatnot, but I you know, like Schlack and I were talking the other day with like a buddy that was like saying that he didn't like it. It's like for what they were trying to do, the message they were trying to get across, and for modern times and the budget they had, they made a Street Trash movie. You know,
they did. They hit the tone perfectly. I mean, even like I know it's never going to be exactly the same, but I thought the new Toxic Avenger, I've been telling people, like, it's not exactly the tone of the original, but it's still in the spirit of it. You know, it's much better than you'd expect. I really thought they were just going to do Deadpool. I was like, this is going to be mainstream. They're just going to be like, oh, let's just take this and do Deadpool. And I was glad that wasn't the case.
I think what really set it home for me was they nailed like the world building around it to make it feel like that Madcap Trauma-esque, like especially like the way that they did like the street gangs and stuff. Like that was very Trauma.
Yeah.
You know, like they definitely made the world building. You know, they weren't allowed to use Traumaville, so they made it Saint Roma, and then they had the S like faded off of everything. Like I think that I think for what they were trying to do, they did a great job. And I think even the shootout scene at the restaurant, you know, that almost felt like a callback to like Poultrygeist.
Yeah.
You know, like and even some of the jokes they made with the restaurant itself felt like something that Troma would do, you know?
Yeah, they kind of cut it off, but the cornhole scene was still there.
Yeah, the one thing I did notice it was lacking, and I'm not complaining. There was less fart jokes. There was less.
Yeah,
that was the one thing.
Lot less, and nowhere near enough melon heavy breasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
But we at least still got some in there.
did.
So
Yeah, but you know, like watching. So I watched Shakespeare show like directly after, and it was just like, yeah, I forgot Lloyd just puts titties every fucking where. Lloyd's just like, oh wait, there's 5 feet of space between those two people. Can we get a busty woman topless over there? All right, cool.
The way a director should direct.
There you go. We need, you know what? It's Schindler's List. Well, no, that's a bad example. There's a lot of titties in that. They're just sad titties. But
if you could jack off to Schindler's List, there's a special place in hell for you.
Nice and warm.
Well, how do you segue off of that one?
We still got to talk about the show, guys.
Tables, ladders, and charity.
Yeah.
Bleed for the cause.
Tables, ladders, and charity.
So this isn't just a wrestling show. It's also like an all-day music festival too.
Yeah.
So there's going to be bands. There's going to be wrestling. It's and everything that we raise that we're sending off to the Children's Cancer Ward over there in LA at the LA hospital. So we're really trying to do something good too, because cancer is something that the people I'm putting it on with have been affected deeply by that. They've been affected deeply by it. I lost my mother to cancer a couple years back. So it's something that's very near and dear to us that we wanted to help out with, because, you know, we saw even recently that they had cut something like 1,500 jobs in the cancer department of the hospital recently or some shit like that. It's just like,
yeah, crazy.
Well, I'm just happy to contribute to this because it's a good cause, and fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
And you're gonna get a fucking awesome show out of it too. So
I'll pull up the matches and you can tell us who we got.
Yes.
Real quick, did you take part in bringing the bands in too, or is that the?
Yes. So
I'll pull that up.
I booked like half the bands. My buddy Shane, who we're working with, who has a YouTube channel called Vulgar Display of Gaming. He works a lot with bands. So this is Mutilatred. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. They are from Toledo, Ohio. I mean, they tour all over, but those are all good friends of mine. They're a fantastic band. They share a guitar player with sang with Sugabog.
Okay.
That very slammy, hard deathcore kind of stuff. So we're flying them in. That was one of the bands I put on. Great band. We also brought in Nine Dead. My buddy Stoffer plays guitar in them. He's very deep in the deathmatch world. He runs
ECW and Creature from the Black Lagoon. I like those guys.
He runs a t-shirt company that prints a lot of your favorite deathmatch wrestlers t-shirts. Before I knew him before he was a musician, and it was awesome to see him start this thing and then blow up as best as he did. So yeah, we're flying out Nine Dead. Dark Insanity. This is one of the bands that Shane is bringing on. Another great band. I believe they're more out in from your guys' area. I'm not as familiar with them. That's more like Shane's end of things, but they're very great. I checked out their music. I like them a lot. This is Gone, another band that Shane brought on. Very good band. It's going to be a modge podge of styles too. Everything from dark and black metal to slam to death metal to hardcore. So, we're going to have everything. Mordant Red, these guys are black metal guys that are from Houston, Texas that we're flying in. These guys are fucking maniacs, like as crazy as you could fucking get. They'll put on a good show.
All right. I'm going to throw my name out there for the future. My friend's band, Goratorium, I have a good sticker right here. They would totally be down to... the front man, Carlos, loves wrestling, deathmatch wrestling especially too, so...
Hit me up.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Also, with your ticket to our show, we have a pre-party going on at Knuckleheads. The night before, that'll be on Friday. It's just bands, but all the wrestlers will be there mingling and hanging out.
That's cool.
And you get in free to that if you have a ticket to the Bleed for the Cause show. So that'll be at Knuckleheads the night before. And Nine Dead, Morton Red are there, but it has a whole other lineup of bands for that show.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you get oh, that's gonna be a good match.
Vulgar display of gaming. Speaking of, it's killer lineup. Horns.
Yes.
This is going to be Jay Chris versus Eric Ryan. This could be a death match. A lot of terracotta pots. Shit's going to get a little wild. Those are two of the best hybrid wrestlers, both out of Ohio.
Yeah.
That you could get. This one's going to get violent and crazy as shit.
Yeah, that one definitely will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a great match.
What were those plate pots called again?
Terracotta.
Terracotta. I just want to say like ricotta. I was like, it sounds like cheese.
So Bobby Beverly is our current Kamikaze champion. He's going to go versus our debuting Sage Sin. Sage is someone that I've had a lot of respect for and love for a long time. Finally get to bring her in to the promotion, something I've wanted to do for a very long time. And coming out to LA was a perfect opportunity. Both these people are maniacs, utter fucking maniacs. I expect this one to go very hard in the paint. Yes. This one will probably be a fucking classic. I don't think they've ever wrestled each other.
I was going to say this is a first-time matchup.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. Yeah, I don't think so. I've never seen those two together on a show.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Another person we're very familiar with, BC.
So we got BC Killer come in. That's another debut for us. You know, like when we go to a new area, we like to bring in some of the talent that's out in that area that we think are represents the best that there is. And BC Killer is definitely that. And then, you know, Hoodfoot, top of his game. I mean, this is going to be a hoss battle of all hoss battles. These boys are going to fucking murder each other.
This is a match I didn't know I wanted till I saw this was happening. But yeah,
this is definitely a first timer too.
Yeah.
That's possible show stealer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your money's worth in that one.
So this one, I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth out of this one. This is two of the most violent guys out there. You got the human meat grinder Schleck. You got yourself fucking Masada, who just got done announcing that he is the newest star of Power Slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to keep that one under wraps for a little bit, and he finally got to announce it. He was in Vegas over the weekend with Dana White and all those guys doing his training and all that. That'll be great. But this, I mean, this one has the potential to be absurdly fucking violent.
Yes, that is not going to be pretty.
All the way from the UK. Now, I have an announcement on this one. We're going to break some news. So this is Iceman and Jack Harrop. This is a father-son. They have done everything from nail each other to mats, to fight with chainsaws, to electrocute each other. They've done it all. They're coming all the way to the UK from this thing, and they were wondering what they could do to make this thing special, what they could do to put their name on the map. They're going to set a world record. These guys are going to wrestle in 1,000 T8 light tubes.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
1,000.
Yeah.
All right, Guinness.
Damn.
Bring your ass down. We got proof.
The current record is Neil Diamond Cutter and Matt Tremont with 700.
Yeah. A couple years ago, I think. Yeah. So
There was like 2 years back at the H2O Center.
yes, I remember that match. Ooh.
So all the non-title matches, the winners are going to go on. We got ourselves a beautiful belt made by our fine sponsors at Hyperion Championship Belts.
Very cool.
The winners of the non-tournament matches are going to go on to the Bleed for the Cause ladder match for this year's title. So that'll be a ladder match with the previous winners of the matches.
I see vulgar display of gamings on a side plate. That's freaking cool.
Nice.
Yep. So him and I are the main people that are working together to do it. So they're on this side plate. We're on the other one. It's custom built by Hyperion Championship Belts, hand tooled.
It's a great looking,
That's awesome.
great looking belt.
Sexy shit. Yeah.
That's gonna be a hell of a card, guys. You should definitely.
There's still. I may not have sent you the one graphic, but we also have our current King of the Kill and RPW heavyweight champion Eric Dillinger will be coming out, and he'll be wrestling Rob Shit.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big Rob Shit fan. I think those two are gonna. Yeah. I think I've seen that. Yeah, they're gonna gel really well in the ring. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! And what time does this event start?
So doors are going to be at 2. We'll have bands start at 3. We're going to have a couple bands playing, and then the wrestling will kind of be interspersed throughout the band sets throughout the rest of the night. All this will be streaming live on IWTV. The pre-show will be streaming live on Vulgar Display of Gaming's YouTube channel, and I believe they might be streaming the bands that are going to be playing before our stream starts. I think that's the plan.
Awesome. I'm gonna sub to Vulgar Display of Gaming right now, just so I don't miss it. This is gonna be a really great event, guys. So if you get a chance, sub to Vulgar Display of Gaming so you don't miss the pre-show.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Join us if you have tickets for the main show on Saturday. Join us for free at Knuckleheads Friday night for a bunch of bands. We'll have a bunch of the wrestlers hanging out, mingling, have some drinks with us, shoot the shit, and then Saturday, we're gonna go balls to the wall all day.
Awesome. That sounds like a great time. I kind of making me want to come out to LA early so I can do that show too.
Come on out, my friend.
Yeah, I will have to. I will have to. So yeah, guys, be sure to get your tickets for Bleed for the Cause. You're going to have a fucking blast, and you're going to be helping out a great cause because everybody's been affected by cancer.
Todd, can you drop the link? So
I was just about to drop the ticket link right now. In the
okay,
chat
good. You'll find it faster.
If people can't go, and do you have a donation spot they can just contribute to?
Yeah,
Chris.
You know what? We don't have one set up, but we should. I'll talk to Shane. We'll get something set up ASAP. Also, the show itself is at 1720 Arena. I don't think we talked about that in LA. 1720 Arena, LA. So come on out. That's gonna be a great fucking show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Parking kind of sucks, so get there early, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. From now, when I hear parking sucks, get there early. There'll be plenty of room inside the venue.
Yeah.
But it's going to be all killer, no filler. There's no bullshit in the matches. There's no bullshit in the bands. It's going to be start to finish. It's an awesome day.
Nice.
I dropped the link in the chat, but I'll also drop it in our actual comments too when we're done. So if you guys missed the link in the chat, I'll have it dropped in the comment section too.
Yes. So we'll be covering that event for sure. I can't wait to watch it.
I'll be there.
You guys got a chance to watch a lot of great wrestling in the California area. Bleed for the Cause, last tournament on the left from us next month on October 11th. Tickets for that are on sale now. We'll put all of that in the description in the comments so you guys can check that out. And yes, do make it a point. Bleed for the Cause, because everybody's affected by cancer in some way. Mm-hmm. If not family, somebody that's been affected by it. So you get to do a good deed. You get to listen to some great music, and that your card is just fucking
let out some aggression, hitting, and then visually you get to see a goddamn live murder show. So fuck yeah.
Yes. Masada and Schlack. My God, you're gonna be swimming in blood in that one. So go check it out. And Chris, you're awesome, man. We're gonna have to have you back on. It's
anytime you guys want me on, I'll come and shoot the shit about horror or whatever, man. I'm down.
Absolutely. We will have you back. And once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to Vulgar Display of Gaming. That way you'll catch the pre-show and IWTV for the main show. And we'll be covering it. We'll be reviewing it here on the channel. So you guys will get to hear all about it. Chris, once again, thank you so much. Tad, do you want to, just for anybody joining late, recap our announcements real quick?
I don't have. Okay, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Dread with Stephen Jury, entering the last tournament on the left, October 11th. Can't wait for this. Dread is amazing. And even though there's going to be way more than 1,000 thumbtacks, we've got the House of 1,000 Thumbtacks Deathmatch. We're going to have buckets of, well, there might be some chicken, but there's going to be some much more awful things in those buckets for them to contend with. And I like it. Now we got the posters filling out now. So
I had to delete the other graphic to make room for it, so I didn't have
there you go.
So you get this one instead, but yes.
There you go. Yes. So check that out. Chris, once again, great having you on. And say goodbye, guys.
Here's the money's on the dresser. I don't know. I don't have one. I had something different.
Take it sleazy, boys.
I'll see you in Disneyland.
Later.